Hey students, good morning to everyone. We will be discuss on the topic today couplings. It is from the unit 4. It is an important question. What is coupling? It may be asked in the 10 marks or either in the 5 marks or 2 marks questions. If we ask it is in the 2 marks, you have to be write the definitions only. Let's come to the point. First we know before the coupling what is module. Module is a smallest unit of the software. However, a software is divided into numbers of pieces. Each piece is called a module. Combining these all modules, we can make a software. What is the advantages that we will be use then module that are to be given here? It is easy to understand the system. However, we need not be write we need not be read the entire system because of we can be read the modules one by one. System maintenance is easy. However, suppose if the any errors occurs in the system, we can be solve easily because of the system is divided into numbers of pieces, and we can easily find which functions is which activity is affected, and we can be go to the relevant code and we can be solve the errors. And the third advantage which is given here, a module can be used many times as the requirement. No need to write it again and again. However, once we write the modules, we can be reuse it in the softwares. We need not be write it again. Suppose the same, for examples, if we are using a writing a modules for the close button. Okay, so it is an activity, it perform a single task. We need suppose if it is used in the software in some other place, when we need not be write the code for the close button, we can be reuse it on the place. So these are the advantages of the module, and the definitions it is clearly described as a module. Modularizations is the process of the dividing a software system into the multiple independent modules. It is means a software is divided into numbers of pieces. Each piece is called a module, where each work is independently. The modules is each work independently. It is not be affected to the other modules. There are many advantages of module in the software engineering. Some are be given below. Easy to understand the system maintenance is easy. A module can be used many times as the requirement, and the next one is no need to write it again and again. So these are the advantages of the modules. Now we come to the coupling. What is coupling? Coupling is a technique to interconnect among modules. Earlier I stated that the module is a smallest unit of the software. These units can be combined and make a software, and interconnections between the modules can be provided by this coupling. Coupling is a process. It provides the interconnections among modules. Coupling is the measure of the degree of the interdependence between the modules. A good software will have no couplings. However, a coupling is referred to the interconnections among modules. Every module is dependent with other modules, whereas the good software is minimizing the coupling. It use but it minimizing the coupling. This coupling can be classified into 6 subcategories: data coupling, stamp coupling, control coupling, and common coupling. Last one is content coupling. The diagram is clearly stated the 6 types of coupling. We will be discussed in these sessions one by one. What is the data coupling? In the data coupling, data can be shared among modules, but data is cannot be changed or moved or modified. For example, is an customer billing system, EB bill system. The data can be transferred to other module, but it cannot be changed, it cannot be modified. However, there are the numbers of the customers are there in the EB bill. There are the different rates and the different amounts they have to be paid for their EB bill. But the data may not be changed. The data is not permanently changed in the system. Whenever it is used, it is temporarily changed and it take the print. Here, in the data coupling, data is passed to only but not changed. The definition is say if the dependency between the modules is based on the fact that they communicate by passing only data, then the modules are said to be data coupled. In data coupling, the components are independent to each other and communicate through data. Module communications don't contain time data, so data is not changed. Data is not be modified, whereas it can be share the data. The data is passed only temporarily. It is not changed. For examples, we are taking an EB bill system. The second one is stamp coupling. In the stamp coupling, a portion of the data is changed. It is done by the designer. In stamp coupling, the complete data structure is passed from one module to another module. Therefore, it involved change data. It may be necessary due to the efficiency factor. This choice made by the insightful designer, not a lazy programmer. It is clearly described that in the stamp coupling, a portion of the data or a small amount of the data is changed in the module and it will be affected to the other module. So the data modifications can be done in this stamp coupling and it is done by the designer or programmer. Now we come to the next topic, control coupling. This control coupling is a process to control the modules or control among the modules. If the modules communicate by passing control informations, then they are said to be control coupled. It can be bad if the parameter indicated completely different behavior and good if parameters is allow factor and reuse the functionality. Example, sort function that take comparison functions as an argument. The control coupling as a process to control the data among modules. However, in the sort functions, sometimes it may be temporarily we are given the input it will be changed as per the input and output. So here the data is changed among the modules based on the parameters given by the user. Examples as in sorting functions, the data is changed as per the ascending order, descending order, or as per the based on the sort based on the input. Now we come to the next one, external coupling. It is based on the hardware or devices. However, two couples the data, that is in one modules, two modules are coupled together. The one is the software, the another one is an hardware. It is an hardware dependent. For example, in the external coupling, the modules depend on other modules external to the software being developed to particular type of hardware. So the software is depend on the hardware. For example, protocol, external file, device format, etc. So the external coupling which control, which provide a service as, and it is depend on the software and hardware or external device. And next we have to see common coupling. It shared global data. When we change any data, it accessed by all modules. So it is difficulty to reuse of modules. The modules have shared data such as in global data structure. The changes in the global data means tracking back to all modules which assess the data, evaluate the effect of the change. So it has got disadvantage like as in difficulty in reusing modules, reduce ability to control data, assess and reduce maintainability. However, when we are given the parameters to one modules, it accessed by all modules. Therefore, there is one disadvantages in these activities. It is difficulty to reuse of modules. So such types of the modules to be minimized in the software development, in the software. Last one is an content coupling. It is a worst type of coupling. However, one modules, if we modify, the other modules also be changed. Therefore, it is a worst coupling. However, in a content coupling, one modules can modify the data of another modules, or control is passed from one module to other module. Therefore, it is clear that if we change any one of modules, the relevant modules, the coupled modules is also changed. The data is permanently changed. The modules is permanently changed. Therefore, this is known as an worst coupling and it should be avoided. We clearly described in these sessions, a module is a smallest unit of the software. Coupling is a technique that combine, that tied, that provide the relationship, that provide the interconnections between modules. This coupling can be classified into 6 categories: data coupling, content coupling, common coupling, external coupling, control coupling, and stamp coupling. The data coupling, the data is passed to the or among the modules, but there is no change between them. For example, if we are changing in a software, if we are given the parameters in the software, It performed the task. It evaluated the task. It execute the program, but it is not be permanently changed. It is working. For example, in the EB bill, there are the different customers records, different customers amount is to be recorded in the system, but the system is working. The system is not be changed permanently. Right? It is known as an examples of data coupling. In the stamp coupling, a portions of the data is changed. It must be changed by the developer or the programmer. It is not possible by the user. And the control coupling, the control is passed between the modules. For example, sort function, that take comparisons of functions as an argument. However, when we are given the parameters in the sort functions, it will be permanently ascending. It will be permanently sorted. Right? So these types of techniques is used in the control coupling. External coupling, which is an the modules is interact with the external devices such as an hardware, protocols, external files, device, etc. Common couplings, the data is accessed by all modules if we given to any one modules. Therefore, this also a type of host coupling. However, it is difficulty to reuse these modules. So such types of coupling is to be minimized in the software. The last one is an content coupling. When we modify one data, when we modify a module, the other modules also be changed. So the interrelationship between modules is known as an coupling. If we change any one modules and the other modules, the relevant modules or the interconnection modules also be changed. So this known as an content coupling is also, it is also host coupling. It is also called as a host coupling. It must be avoided in the software. Right, I would like to be conclude these sessions with this topic. We will be meet in the next sessions with a new topic. Thank you for watching this video.